Okay, we're going to start the little walkway project in the back. Out to the front now, this is where the stones are. All of these stones, this whole walkway is eventually coming out. We're getting a new one put in later this year. So what I need to do now is take out 8 of the stones that are here. So I'm going to lift those out. Eventually the 2 trees are coming out. Those are the dwarf Alberta spruces. They're going in the back. That'll make room for the construction guys when they eventually come. So I'm going to lift up 8 of these and get them into the backyard. Alright, it's Saturday, June the 20th. And here's where I dug out the stones the other day and moved them into the backyard. Eventually all of these stones are going to come out, but that's the first 8. And now we're going to head into the backyard and dig out the pathway. We'll get started on that. And here we are in the backyard. Here's our 8 stones put aside there. And where they're going is right here. They're going to extend these blue stones out one more row all the way over to where it meets the deck. So all of this area right here is going to be dug out. And the purpose for this is when you're walking from the deck or patio along towards the barbecue area, you got to put one foot on the stone and one foot on the grass as you go along. It's just not enough of a pathway here. So we're going to change that right now. So here's the first step, edging our cut line here. The stones are almost the exact length as that level. So we just move down the line, cutting the sod with our little edging tool. And then the next step, we're going to remove the sod. So there, we've started now removing the sod. I find the easiest way to do this is start along the edge and pull the sod in to the work area. That keeps your remaining grass relatively dirt free, so you cut down on the mess. Just follow the edges, do shallow strokes with your pickaxe, don't go too deep, and curl the sod back onto itself. And you can roll that up and get easy wheelbarrow loads. And this sod should be out of here, no problem. And there we go. All the sod is out. That was 3 wheelbarrow loads. What we're going to do next is remove the excess soil and take it down to about 1/2 inch below the bottom of the existing stones here. And level it out with the grade slightly sloped away from the catio. And then we're going to put in a layer of pea gravel to bring up the level to match the bottom of the stone. And then we'll lay the row of stones on that. And there we are. Nice and flat. Dug to the right depth. I'm just eyeballing this. It's really not big enough to get into putting down screed rails and getting into too much leveling. I can eyeball this well enough. The patio, the existing stones are not even level anyway, so I'm just going to match those pretty much. Now down here on the end, you see here and here the grout lines are way too far apart, and that goes all the way back up into the second row up there with all the crack stones. So in order to tighten those up, I'd have to lift up those 8 stones, clean it out, and put them back in. And I just don't want to do that today. So I'm going to follow a grout line of about that size. So when we get down here, I expect that my last stone won't match this one right at the corner. It'll be somewhere around here. And then someday in the future, I will tighten up those 8 stones. Whew. But this stuff really does wear me out now. I figure I've got the working capacity of about a 75-year-old. So I can't expand this project any further by tackling those 8 stones today. But there, that's pretty flat already. Slope looks pretty good. Next step is to put in the pea gravel, and I'll compact that with my tamper and get it just so, and then I'll just lay the stones on it. That was 2 full wheelbarrows of soil came out of there. There we are. Got it spread out pretty good and compacted. I'm just doing the detail leveling. I'm going to start laying the stones there now. So by using this stuff, we should avoid ants rather than the limestone screenings, which is a little more powdery. You tend to get a lot of ants with that stuff. And hallelujah, there it is, all done. Now you can walk along here in comfort. Woohoo! It's a little out of level here and there, but you see what I'm working with. The stones next to it are not even close. I tighten up the one there just to make it a little better, and you can see on the end, like I said, I'm a little shy of that one right there, but that's because of the huge giant grout line. I can easily fix that some other day. I'm done for today now. I'm gonna fire up the grill soon. I might head down and get some cold beers before I do that, because it's turning into a beautiful day here. And that is another project off the list, thank God. Oh, before I close out, I used 6 bags of 30 kilo pea gravel for that. I had 2 and I had to go to the store and get 4 more. So it was 6 bags in there. And there she is. Cheers. Okay, the time has come to transplant 5 of these sunflowers. You can see, compared to my hand, how tall they've gotten. So it's time to get them out of these little baskets and into individual pots. This little one that came out of the lawn, he can stay there for a little longer. So take the 5 of those out, and I've got 5 big size pots here with little supporting sticks, and I've got 5 bags of soil here and 1 noisy cat. You are staying right where you're to, and I know you don't like it, but that's it. Daddy's little goose. You stay there. Daddy got to get the work done. It seems like it's coming to rain today, so I want to get this done fairly fast. I still haven't mowed, but oh well. We'll do what we can. Here's the leftover soil. I'll use this as well. All right, so I'll check back and show you the finished result. Okay, got them all done. Let's go on this side. I'm not really sure where to put them, that the rabbits can't come and eat them, but I'll put them there for now. There's those 3. And there's the other 2. I was going down the road the other day and somebody had 2 of these pots put out for free, so I was like, perfect timing, because I only had 3 and I needed 2 more. And I hosed down the deck, get rid of all the spill soil. And up here, fresh empty bed, I'm going to get some nice annuals to put in there. I should have hosed this down a bit, but that one will stay until he gets bigger. And these guys are doing great. So I'll put some more annuals right in here now that the spot is opened up. I got little sticks next to them to give them support in case we get high winds. As they get bigger, I'll change out the sticks. So there we are. Here's the Saturday night scene. I just popped out for a minute and it's a beautiful evening. Not a cloud, not a breath of wind. Birds are singing. It reached about 28 today. And here's the new annuals I put in now that the sunflowers have moved out of this space. This one is a, can you see that? Fibrous begonia? Fibrous begonia. So they were put in today. That's 4 individuals. So we'll see how they do. And over here, got this beautiful yellow guy. Look at that, eh? Let's see if I can make it focus on it. There. Yeah, those. We got those today. That is a straw flower. A straw flower. Lovely, lovely. And over here, these cute little yellow guys. That is a Bidens or Bidens, like Joe Biden. And that's our number 6 sunflower. So if he gets big, hopefully he lives, he'll go into the pot just like the other ones down there. Did I give a close-up of these? These are really nice. Yeah. Cute little things. So, something to fill in a space. Hope you are having a wonderful Saturday. Cheers. Okay, today we're going to do a very small project. I've noticed there's a lot of earwigs out in the yard, getting into the flowers, eating the leaves, and the animals, I think, are squirrels and stuff, are getting into pots and digging them out and disturbing the soil. So let's put out a few traps. I got 6 of these old ice cream buckets with lids, and I'm going to drill holes. I got a 1/4-inch drill bit, and I'm going to drill a series of holes about halfway up. In each pot, I'm going to put a bit of water, and then I'm going to put some oil and a pack of soy sauce. I thought I had some more soy sauce in the house, but that's all we got. Well, at least it's enough for this. So we're going to put those out, and I think I'm going to put a brick on top of each one to keep any bigger animals from tipping the pots over, or wind or anything like that. Alright, next up, we're going to put a bit of water in, bottom of each trap. Never done this before, so I'll put in about 1 centimeter. See how that goes. I guess the water is for to drown them. Okay, next. Oil. I got a little tiny bit of olive oil left in this jar. We'll get rid of that. Drain that out good. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know how much oil to put in either. Just give a little generous helping, I guess. I watched a YouTube video, and this is what the guy was doing, this kind of thing, so we'll see if it works. Now, got 1 each of these. I think the soy sauce is what's used to attract them. It's the bait. Oil, I think, is the trap along with the water. Get stuck in it. This is what we have: oil, water, and soy sauce. So we'll put the lids on them and bring them outdoors. Okay, so there we are. There's trap 1 in the raised bed. See, I got one of those landscaping bricks on top of it. What I'm trying to do is keep the smaller animals from tipping it over, and if a raccoon comes for it, there's nothing you can do, right? Here's the other one here on the deck, or patio. We've seen a lot in the pots, so I put one right there in that pot. And one in this pot. One down here on the ground by the barbecue. And the last one up here. We definitely get some up here. You'll see them in the marigolds all the time. I got to deadhead some of those. There it is. That's number 6. Everything is growing good. Even our cats. Look how big and fat they are. Look. What do you want? You're not getting out here, you squirt. I sprayed for ants yesterday, so I'm giving them a couple days without letting them out in case they start eating any grass that got poison on it. Now you stay in there. Yes, Daddy's goose. See you later. All right, so that little project is done. The next time I check them, I'll film it and show you how many I caught. All right, it's Friday evening. We had a rainy day yesterday. On Thursday, I came out and added soy sauce, a lot of it, to this, and it looks like there's dozens in there. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there's a couple dozen in there dead, so it's working. I'm going to move it over here on this end piece here, just so it's not crushing the flowers too much. Now let's check the next one. Next one is down here. We'll bring it up. You can see the water on the top from the rain we had. Let's see how many are in here. Very few. Okay, so that one's not very effective. So we'll figure that one out. Maybe we'll just move it. Let's move it over here onto the dirt. These things love to live in the dirt. Yes, Mr. Stew, Daddy is busy. Let's see this one. Not very effective at all. Nothing in there. All right, so that's 1 for 3. Speaking of pests, here's one. Big black one. Let's go see the others. Here's the next one. Move that over there. 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Again, not all that effective. Maybe the design of the trap needs to be improved. Let's try this one. Let's see here. Whoops, can't tip them too much. There's holes there. There's like 1 in there. Okay, so 1 out of 4. I'll probably reposition that. Maybe put one down here in the flower bed. And the last one. Let's have a look, see what's going on with this one. Anything in there? I see 3 or 4. All right, so you basically got 1 effective one out of 5. So I will reconsider what I've built and the position of them. Maybe make the holes a little bigger. Maybe throw in a bit more soy sauce to really attract them. And we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted in the future. Anyway, it's a lovely evening here. Mr. Stew is waiting to get out. Aren't you, buddy? Hello. He's very cute. You are. I just finished fertilizing flowers and watering, and of course he wants to get out with me. He wants to run down to the neighbors down there, see what they're up to. Anyway, I'll get back to you again. Cheers.